This month, we lost legends. August 2025 has taken from us some truly remarkable figures whose lives and legacies will never be forgotten. From entertainers who brought us joy, to influential leaders who shaped history, their stories live on in our memories. Welcome to Time News TV. In today's video, we'll honor the famous people who passed away in the last week of August 2025, reflecting on their achievements, their struggles, and the impact they left behind. Before we begin, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Time News TV, so you never miss an update on the stories that matter. Let's take a moment together to pay tribute to these unforgettable lives. George Raveling, born on June 27, 1937, in Washington, D.C., was an American basketball coach, player, and visionary whose influence extended far beyond the court. After playing college basketball at Villanova, he pursued a brief career as a player before moving into coaching, where he truly made his mark. Raveling became the first African-American head basketball coach in the Pac-8 conference when he took over at Washington State in 1972, breaking barriers and opening doors for future generations. He later coached at the University of Iowa and the University of Southern California, where his emphasis on discipline, education, and character development shaped countless young athletes. While his teams did not always dominate the national stage, his legacy as a mentor and leader in college basketball was undeniable. Beyond coaching, Raveling became a prominent figure in the sports industry, joining Nike in the 1990s and eventually serving as director of international basketball. In this role, he helped globalize the game and championed initiatives that gave young athletes worldwide access to basketball. One of the most remarkable stories of Raveling's life was his unexpected connection to history. In 1963, while volunteering as a security guard at the March on Washington, he stood near Martin Luther King Jr. After King delivered his legendary "I Have a Dream" speech, Raveling asked if he could keep the original copy of the speech, and King handed it to him. For decades, Raveling safeguarded this priceless artifact, a symbol of both civil rights and his unique place in history. However, controversy arose when some critics accused him of hoarding the speech, suggesting such a historic document belonged in a public institution rather than private hands. Raveling always defended his stewardship, stating he preserved it with respect and believed in passing it along responsibly. George Raveling's story is one of breaking barriers, shaping the game of basketball, and standing at the intersection of sports and history. He will be remembered not only for his coaching and leadership, but also for the unique role he played in preserving one of America's most iconic moments. Lonnie Loach, born April 14, 1968, in Cochrane, Ontario, Canada, is a former professional ice hockey player whose career reflected determination, adaptability, and passion for the sport. Like many young Canadians, Loach grew up surrounded by the game, developing his skills in local rinks before advancing into competitive junior leagues. His journey to professional hockey was not the easy, spotlight-driven path of a top draft pick, but rather one of persistence and steady progress. Loach played his junior hockey with the Sudbury Wolves of the Ontario Hockey League, OHL, where he began to make a name for himself as a reliable forward. Though undrafted, his work ethic and consistent play opened opportunities for him in the professional ranks. In 1988, he was signed by the Detroit Red Wings organization, marking the beginning of his career at the highest level. During his NHL tenure, Loach suited up for several teams, including the Detroit Red Wings, Ottawa Senators, and Los Angeles Kings. While never a superstar, he carved out a reputation as a hard-working winger capable of contributing both offensively and defensively. Greene, born June 22, 1952, in Six Nations Reserve, Ontario, Canada, is an acclaimed actor whose work has left a lasting mark on both Canadian and international cinema. Proudly of Oneida descent, Greene grew up with a strong connection to his Indigenous heritage, which later became an integral part of his artistic identity. Before pursuing acting, he worked in a variety of jobs, including as a sound engineer for rock bands, until he discovered his calling on stage. Greene trained at the Centre for Indigenous Theatre in Toronto and quickly began appearing in local productions. His breakthrough came in the 1980s with performances in Canadian television and film, where he was noted for his authenticity and depth. However, it was his role in Kevin Costner's Dances with Wolves, 1990, that catapulted him to international fame. Portraying Kicking Bird, A wise and compassionate Lakota holy man, Greene won critical acclaim and was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, one of the first Indigenous actors to achieve such recognition. Beyond that landmark role, Greene built an impressive career across film, television, and stage. He appeared in movies such as Thunderheart, 1992, The Green Mile, 1999, Die Hard with a Vengeance, 1995, and Wind River, 2017. On television, he became a familiar face with appearances in Longmire, Defiance, and Northern Exposure. His versatility allowed him to portray a wide range of characters, from spiritual leaders to law enforcement figures, often breaking stereotypes that had long plagued Hollywood portrayals of Indigenous peoples. Off-screen, Greene has been outspoken about the representation of Indigenous communities in media. He has criticized Hollywood for its history of misrepresentation, calling for more authentic storytelling and opportunities for Indigenous actors and filmmakers. This outspokenness occasionally drew controversy, as some industry figures found his critiques too blunt. But many praised him for using his platform to advocate for change. Today, Greene remains one of the most respected Indigenous actors in North America. His career has opened doors for future generations, and his legacy is one of both artistic excellence and cultural advocacy, a testament to the power of talent, persistence, and pride in one's roots. Michael Timm, born on April 19, 1961, in Rostock, East Germany, was a respected amateur boxer who later became one of Germany's most notable boxing trainers. Growing up during the height of East Germany's rigorous sports culture, Timm was introduced to athletics early and developed a passion for boxing. He joined local sports clubs as a teenager, quickly standing out for his discipline, sharp reflexes, and powerful punches. As an amateur boxer, Timm competed in national and international tournaments, representing East Germany with pride. Although he never became a world champion, he carved out a solid reputation as a technical and hardworking fighter, admired by teammates and opponents alike. His career inside the ring showcased not only his physical skill, but also his deep understanding of the sport's tactical side, something that would define his legacy even more strongly as a coach. After hanging up his gloves, Timm transitioned into coaching, where his greatest impact was felt. He became a trainer for the German national boxing team and helped nurture a new generation of fighters. His methods combined East German discipline with modern training techniques, emphasizing conditioning, strategy, and mental preparation. Under his guidance, several German boxers went on to achieve success in both amateur and professional circuits. Timm was known for his no-nonsense approach. He demanded hard work, respect, and total commitment from his trainees. This strict style sometimes drew criticism from those who felt he pushed fighters too hard, leading to debates in the German sports community about whether his approach was too old-fashioned or even harsh. Still, many of his athletes credited him with shaping their careers and instilling the discipline needed to succeed at the highest levels. Throughout his career, Michael Timm earned recognition not just for victories but also for his contribution to boxing's development in Germany. He bridged the old East German sports system with modern international boxing, leaving a lasting influence on the sport. His life reflected both resilience and dedication, and his impact on German boxing continues to be felt long after his time in the ring ended. Arnold Schwarzenegger, born on July 30, 1947 in Thal, Austria, is one of the most iconic figures in modern history, an athlete, actor, businessman, and politician who has left his mark in multiple fields. Rising from humble beginnings, he became a world champion bodybuilder, winning the Mr. Olympia title 7 times and cementing his place as the greatest in the sport. Hollywood soon followed, with blockbuster hits like The Terminator, Predator, and Total Recall, which made him an international superstar. Beyond the screen, Schwarzenegger entered politics, serving as the governor of California from 2003 to 2011, where he focused on environmental issues and state reforms. Even in his 70s, he remains active, often sharing fitness tips and motivational advice. Recently, Arnold has been open about his health struggles, particularly his multiple heart surgeries due to a congenital valve condition. Despite these challenges, he continues to recover well and maintains a strict lifestyle, proving his resilience once again. Controversy has also followed him, most notably his admission to fathering a child outside of his marriage, which shocked fans and the public alike. Still, Arnold Schwarzenegger remains a larger-than-life figure, admired for his reinvention and relentless drive.